From translation, Net New English Translation. This 78th day of the year. Today we are reading passages Judges 3 to 5. Judges chapter 3, verses 1 to 33. These are the nations the Lord left to test all those Israelites who had not experienced any of the wars in Canaan. He did this to teach warfare to descendants who had no prior experience in it. These are the remaining nations, the 5 rulers of the Philistines, all the Canaanites, the Sidonians, and the Hivites living in the Lebanon mountains from Mount Baal-Hermon to Lebo-Hamath. They were left to test Israel, to determine whether Israel would obey the commands the Lord had given to their ancestors through Moses. So the Israelites lived among the Canaanites, Hittites, Amorites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites. They took their daughters as wives for themselves, gave their own daughters to their sons, and served their gods. The Israelites did evil in the Lord's sight. They forgot the Lord their God and worshipped the Baals and the Asherahs. The Lord's anger burned against Israel, and he sold them into the hand of King Cushan Rishathaim of Aram-Naharaim. The Israelites served Cushan Rishathaim 8 years, but when the Israelites cried out to the Lord raised up a deliverer for them. Othniel son of Kenaz, Caleb's younger brother, delivered them. The Lord's Spirit empowered him, and he became Israel's judge. He went out to war, and the Lord handed over to him King Cushan Rishathaim of Aram, and he overpowered him. The land had rest for 40 years. Then Othniel son of Kenaz died. The Lord empowered the king of Moab, Eglon, to attack Israel. He mobilized the Ammonites and Amalekites and went and defeated Israel, and they seized the city of palms. The Israelites served Eglon king of Moab 18 years. The Israelites cried out to the Lord, and the Lord raised up for them a deliverer, Ehud son of Gera, a Benjaminite who was left-handed. The Israelites sent him to deliver the tribute to Eglon king of Moab. Now Ehud made himself a double-edged sword, 18 inches long, and strapped it to his right thigh under his clothes. He presented the tribute to Eglon king of Moab. Eglon was a very fat man. After Ehud had presented the tribute, he dismissed the people who had carried it, but he himself turned back from the stone idols near Gilgal and said, "I have a secret message for you, O king." The king said, "Silence," and dismissed all who attended him. Ehud then approached him while he was sitting alone in his cool upper room and said, "I have a message from God for you." As the king rose up from his seat, Ehud reached with his left hand, took the sword from his right thigh, and plunged it into the king's belly. Even the handle sank in after the blade, and the king's fat closed in over the blade, because he did not pull the sword out of his belly. As Ehud went out, he locked the doors behind him. The king's servants waited until they became concerned that he was opening the doors of the room, but when he did not open them, they locked the doors and discovered he was dead. Ehud escaped while they delayed, and he passed by the stone idols and escaped to Seirah. When he arrived, he blew a trumpet in the hill country of Ephraim. The Israelites went down with him from the hills, with him leading them. They told him, "We are going down to fight against Moab. Will you go with us?" He replied, "Certainly." So he went with them. They captured the fords of the Jordan toward Moab and did not allow anyone to cross over. At that time they struck down about 10,000 Moabites, all strong and valiant men. Not a single one escaped. That day Moab was made subject to Israel, and the land had rest for 80 years. Then Ehud son of Gera died. After him Shamgar son of Anath came and struck down 600 Philistines with an ox goad. He too delivered Israel. After him came Samson. He struck down the Philistines with an ox's jawbone and delivered Israel. He was judge of Israel for 20 years. After him Samuel judged Israel. Judges chapter 4, verses 1 to 24. After Ehud died, the Israelites once again did evil in the Lord's sight. The Lord sold them into the hand of Jabin king of Canaan, who ruled in Hazor. The commander of his army was Sisera, who lived in Haroshath-Hagzim. The Israelites cried out to the Lord because he had 900 chariots fitted with iron and had harshly oppressed them for 20 years. Deborah, a prophetess, the wife of Lapidoth, was leading Israel at that time. She would sit under the palm tree of Deborah between Ramah and Bethel in the hill country of Ephraim, and the Israelites would go up to have their disputes decided by her. She sent for Barak son of Abinoam from Kedesh in Naphtali, and said to him, "The Lord God of Israel commands you, go and deploy your troops on Mount Tabor, and take with you 10,000 men from Naphtali and Zebulun. I will draw out Sisera, the commander of Jabin's army, to meet you at the Kishon River with his chariots and troops. I will give him into your hand." Barak said to her, "If you will go with me, then I will go. But if you will not go with me, I will not go." She said, "I will indeed go with you, but you will not gain the honor you are looking for, because the Lord will hand Sisera over to a woman." So Deborah got up and went with Barak to Kedesh. Barak summoned Zebulun and Naphtali to Kedesh, and 10,000 men went up with him. Deborah also went up with him. Now Heber the Kenite had separated himself from the other Kenites, from the descendants of Hobab, the father-in-law of Moses. He had pitched his tent as far away as the oak tree in Zaanannim, which is near Kedesh. When they told Sisera that Barak son of Abinoam had gone up to Mount Tabor, Sisera gathered together all his chariots, 900 chariots fitted with iron, and all the troops with him, from Haroshath-Hagoyim to the Kishon River. Then Deborah said to Barak, "Go, for this is the day the Lord has given Sisera into your hand. The Lord has indeed gone out before you." So Barak went down from Mount Tabor with 10,000 men following him. The Lord routed Sisera and all his chariots and troops before Barak by sword. Sisera dismounted from his chariot and fled on foot. Barak pursued the chariots and troops as far as Haroshath-Hagoyim, and Sisera's entire army fell by the sword. Not a single man was left alive. Now Sisera fled on foot to the tent of Jael, the wife of Heber the Kenite, because there was peace between King Jabin of Hazor and the family of Heber the Kenite. Jael came out to greet Sisera and said to him, "Come, my lord, come on in, don't be afraid." So he entered her tent, and she covered him with a rug. He said to her, "Please give me a little water to drink, for I am thirsty." She opened a skin of milk, gave him a drink, and covered him. Then he said to her, "Stand at the entrance of the tent. If anyone comes and asks you, 'Is there anyone here?' say no." But Jael, Heber's wife, took a tent peg, a hammer, and went quietly to him and drove the peg into his temple until it went through his head and into the ground. He was in a deep sleep at the time. Barak was pursuing Sisera, and Jael went out to meet him and said to him, "Come, and I will show you the man you are looking for." So he went in with her, and there was Sisera lying dead, with the tent peg in his temple. That day God subdued King Jabin of Canaan before the Israelites. The Israelites struck down Jabin king of Canaan until they destroyed him. Judges chapter 5, verses 1 to 31. On that day Deborah and Barak son of Abinoam sang this song. When leaders lead in Israel, when people volunteer, bless the Lord. Hear this, you kings. Listen, you rulers. I will sing to the Lord. I will praise the Lord, the God of Israel, with song. Lord, when you went out from Seir, when you marched from the fields of Edom, the earth trembled, the heavens poured, clouds poured down water. The mountains trembled before the Lord, even Sinai before the Lord, the God of Israel. In the days of Shamgar son of Anath, in the days of Jael, the main roads were deserted, and travelers kept to the byways. The villages in Israel ceased to be. They ceased to be until I, Deborah, arose, a mother in Israel. When they chose new gods, war came to the city gates. Not a shield or spear was seen among 40,000 in Israel. My heart is with the leaders of Israel, who offered themselves willingly among the people. Bless the Lord. You who ride on white donkeys, you who sit on rich carpets, you who travel on the road, consider the voice of the singers at the watering places. They recite the righteous victories of the Lord, the righteous victories of his villagers in Israel. Then the Lord's people went down to the city gates. Wake up, Deborah. Wake up, and deliver a song. Arise, Barak, lead away your captives, you son of Abinoam. Then a remnant of the nobles came down. The people of the Lord came down to me as warriors. From Ephraim came down into the valley those whose route was against Amalek. After you, Benjamin, with your troops, from Machir marched down those who laid, and from Zebulun those who carry the martial staff. The commanders of Issachar were with Deborah. Issachar, as well as Barab, was sent into the valley. For the divisions of Reuben there was great indecision. Why did you stay among the sheepfolds, to hear the bleating of the flocks? In the divisions of Reuben there was great indecision. Gilead stayed beyond the Jordan, and Dan remained on ships. Asher sat by the seashore, and stayed in his harbors. Zebulun was a people who risked their lives to the death. Naphtali too on the heights of the battlefield. The kings came and fought. Then the kings of Canaan fought at Taanach by the waters of Megiddo. They took no spoils of silver. From the heavens the stars fought. From their courses they fought against Sisera. The Kishon River swept them away, the ancient river, the Kishon River. March on, my soul, with strength. Then the hooves of the horses pounded, the galloping of his steeds. Curse Meroz, said the angel of the Lord. Curse its inhabitants bitterly, because they did not come to help the Lord against the warriors. Most blessed of women is Jael, the wife of Heber the Kenite. Most blessed of tent-dwelling women. He asked for water, she gave him milk, she brought him cream in a lordly bowl. She put her left hand to the tent peg and her right hand to the workman's hammer, and she struck Sisera. She crushed his head, she shattered and pierced his temple. Between her feet he sank, he fell, he lay. Between her feet he sank, he fell. Where he sank, there he fell dead. Through the window she looked out and cried out. The mother of Sisera wailed for the spoil of his chariots, for the spoil of his chariot warriors. The mother of Sisera wailed through the windows. Why is his chariot so long in coming? Why can I not hear the noise of his chariots? The wisest of her ladies answer her. Indeed, she keeps repeating herself to herself. Are they not finding and dividing the spoil? A woman or 2 women for each man. For spoil of dyed clothes embroidered, 2 pieces of dyed cloth for the neck of a spoiler. So may all your enemies perish, O Lord, but may those who love him be like the sun when it goes forth in its might. Then the land had peace 40 years.